Welcome back to episode 42 of the Block Runner podcast.
Christmas edition.
Christmas edition.
Actually, post-Christmas edition, whatever.
Yeah. I am your host, William, always here with your co-host, Iman.
What's up, fellas?
So we were just talking about Christmas and how there were no fights. There was no Bitcoin conversations. It was relatively innocuous.
Yeah, we were just talking about that because we recorded 5 minutes. Or we talked for 5 minutes without knowing we weren't recording.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, the crypto conversations are dead these days.
Yeah.
Which is good.
We were talking about how it was like everybody was talking about in 2017, Thanksgiving.
Yeah. 2017, it was definitely the talk of the holiday, dinner table. At least in our lives, because we were like involved in it and shit. And it was new and exciting. It was like shit everybody wanted to know.
Yeah, it was
popping
20x in a year.
Yeah,
I mean, what does that?
Yeah, but then 2018 rolled around,
and then nobody talked about it.
Yeah, it was kind of like you were ashamed to bring it up.
Yeah.
Because the price was like
everybody,
$3K or something.
Yeah,
4K.
Everybody was ashamed because most people didn't sell, right? So
there's that. Yeah, you're gonna have to deal with your family members.
Yeah,
they're like, hey, you're still holding on to that internet money.
And you were getting phone calls too, and
yeah. Like I said, in 2017, I got phone calls from relatives. What was sketchy?
Well, just like getting phone calls from people you don't know who happen to be your relatives.
Well, I knew them. It's just
you never talked to them.
Yeah, it's not like we're like regular. I don't even know what to call it, but yeah. It's just at the time during the peak of the euphoria, I was getting phone calls from relatives asking to invest their funds for them.
Yeah,
which it's pretty fucking scary shit.
No, yeah, you shouldn't do that.
I didn't do it, thankfully, dude. Because if I would have done it, I would have lost the.
They could have sued you too.
Dude, how shitty would that be?
That would be
like a fucking relative sued me.
Yeah, they could, but
there's so much.
It seems unlikely.
There's so much repercussions to it, man. But yeah, everyone was like, they wanted it in. Then that was like to me another sell signal, which is why I got out at a pretty good time.
Yeah,
there were so many indicators, man. It's so crazy. I'm lucky that I've recognized a few of them without like being that was my first bubble.
Yeah,
ever
for sure.
But see, I think the benefit I had is like when I got into crypto, I was like anticipating this bubble.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
You were telling me like in November, I was like, dude, this is a bubble.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Like I could feel it. Dude, it was unnatural, like parabolic run up shit.
Yeah.
Everything was just stupid, and there's just so many signs and I don't
DJ Khaled was shilling it, Akon.
Everybody.
Yeah, it's too many signals.
Yeah. But anyways, fast forward, it's 2019, we're almost at 2020. There's not even a whisper about it these days.
Yeah.
Which is, expected, If you look at that bubble market psychology chart, whatever it's called, this is like the despair phase or something.
Yeah.
If you were talking about that, there's sentiment indicators. Not only is there like a website called Sentiment.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's doing.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same as it always doing.
Yeah, but if you just go to Reddit and like go to the daily, let's pull that up, dude. Go to Reddit. I want to go through some of these like.
I did mention Bitcoin, and I was like, hey guys, you should really take a look at that Bitcoin price right now.
At your Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just telling. I was like, dude, if you look at this linear regression curve.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's not happening, Will. Did anybody actually look at it?
No, I showed them, and they kind of understand because most of my family are a bunch of engineers.
Okay.
So they kind of like understand these charts, right?
What was the feedback?
And they're like, yeah, that seems like a good idea.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
yeah. That's like something, that's like they're being cordial with you, like.
Probably.
Not being dismissive.
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Because
there's a lot of people who think about investments a whole lot.
Yeah.
At least in my family. But to them, it's not clear that you can make money here, I guess.
But it is clear because it's been done. Like not that long
but
ago.
not until it's for them. Not until they see it, like experience it themselves. It's not real.
True. Yeah, you're not gonna get hooked unless you get that first like adrenaline rush, from getting like a 2x return in like a week or something like that.
Yeah.
Once that happens to you, then you're in for life.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do anything else? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's kind of how I felt when it first hit me. I was like on vacation in like early 2017 or something like that, or mid 2017, and like before I left, I invested in Neo. and like I spent a week in California, and then like by the end of there, it did like a 2.5x. So like I came home like 2.5x like
oh shit
up. Can you imagine what that, dude? That was pretty fucking crazy. That was like my first like big run up, and I was hooked ever since. So that's what it takes, you know. Before that, I was just like everyone else, dude. Like this is bullshit.
Yeah.
What are you looking up now?
You're on vacation though.
What do you mean? Exactly, right?
It's like the most unlikely scenario where you like all of a sudden jump into this like crypto craze. All right, so what's the Reddit page you want me to look at?
Just go to cryptocurrency. And this is like in no way like an endorsement of this subreddit because it's really toxic.
Yeah, for sure.
Just go to the cryptocurrency one. But it's a good place. It's a good sentiment analysis. Just daily discussion right there.
Monthly skeptics discussion.
This is fresh. Look at yesterday's, December 26th. Scroll down so you see yesterday's.
Okay.
There should be more, like a bigger pool to look at. This is okay. Keep going. Keep going.
Following the hex scam.
Oh yeah. There it is. Okay. So this is what I do. I just go through these message boards and like read the comments, see what people are saying, you know. And right now, it's not looking good.
Bahamas announces stablecoin launch tomorrow. Guess whose mainnet will show no activity increase?
Okay, that sucked. Is this sorted by anything?
Yeah, it's sorted by
the new. Dude, fuck that. Go to like the top rated ones. Sort by right there.
Sort by
like top or best, whatever the fuck. Okay, so yeah, already they're talking about this YouTube crypto ban thing.
Oh, dude, I see where you got that sentiment from.
Yeah.
People acting like YouTube crypto ban is a bad thing. So many of those channels promoted scams and people got wrecked because of it. Good thing YouTube is getting rid of them.
Yeah, just keep going down though.
YouTube ban crypto incoming bull run.
Just keep going down, keep going down. Let me see. Keep going down until you see like new thread topics. There's one. How do you guys get over the guilt of not selling in January? I still feel it daily. Yeah. See, that to me sounds like despair.
Yeah.
If like there's people out there, they can't get over like the depression of like making such a horrible mistake.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a psychological.
Like it's a real feeling. It's not.
That shit happened like 2 years ago, and he's still like dwelling on it because he made a huge, hiccup, I guess is what you would call it. Error in judgment.
Yeah, this guy said I invested about $600 and my money went up to $20,000 and never sold.
Fuck. Yeah. Exactly. And then the rest of them are just gonna talk about, this is the way it goes.
Yeah.
But
yeah, man, it's a real feeling. I was gonna show you this. Let me minimize this.
That's just one example, dude. This shit is across the board. And it's also reflected in the charts and in the volume and everything. There's like nothing going on.
Yeah, I was going to read you this Twitter. I don't really know who this guy is, but that's not the point. So he says, honestly, considering leaving crypto at this point, it's almost all scams. YouTube is banning crypto channels. No real world use case is happening except for Ripple. Can you believe that?
Hey, everyone's got their tribe, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Bitcoin and ETH updates are still years away, filled with money-hungry, toxic individuals.
Dude, I completely agree with everything except for the Ripple thing. It's totally true, man.
And then he says, I joined crypto after listening to Andreas Antonopoulos.
Me too.
Because I agreed with the libertarian views and freedom of everything Bitcoin stood for in 2009 to 2017. Now, though, I don't even know what to make of it. Just one scam after another with idiots throwing around their $3.50. So I left a career in health and wellness. I spent 8 years of my life on helping people feel better, having a real impact.
Shit.
At first, I was excited. Now I'm starting to think it was a dumb decision. At least I learned how to trade and invest. I probably won't leave, but sometimes that bullshit this space goes through is really fucking annoying.
Dude, this like sums it up perfectly.
Yeah. But point is, like, this feeling is a real feeling, and it's not like something that you look at a bunch of charts all the charts are pointing down, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's that despair feeling. It's like, no, the despair feeling is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just interesting to kind of like see that manifest in like black and white text.
It is, because this is our first, I mean, dude, this is all, we're going to remember this for the rest of our lives, dude.
Oh, for sure.
This bubble psychology, dude, because like, hopefully we'll never fall for that ever again.
No, absolutely not.
I don't think we ever will.
No, I think we're probably really prepared.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you is like, dude.
This is all valuable, like experience, life experience to like soak in.
Yeah, even
you know what I mean?
in our Discord, there was, I think it was, well, somebody had mentioned that there's a lot of people waiting for like a $250,000 Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
And I was replying and saying like, we'll get lucky if we reach half that, you know? And if we reach half that, you should be selling, you know, pushing the sell button. Because even if it does go to 250, yeah, you're missing on that 2x gains from wherever you sold at, but it's not worth the risk because it might not even get there.
Yeah.
It might start crashing at $90,000.
Basically, you're saying like hodl is bullshit.
Yeah,
like, the
bullshit.
whole hodl.
No, it's bullshit, dude.
Dude, who fucking started that?
Like,
whoever started that should get like
hodling. Hodling it's good for
a
certain length of time.
I get it. No, the whole hodling philosophy.
Peak to peak.
It's supposed to be like the people who aren't in this for the money are the real hodlers.
Yeah, for sure.
They're in it for like, they're supporting the ecosystem. They want it to grow. They don't want people to just be like speculating on this technology.
Yeah.
They're taking it more seriously. Like this, you know, that's there's like a big division, but I think the speculator is like a majority of the community. So I think that's where like all this sentiment comes from, is like the money hungry toxic individuals, just like this guy, dude. Like a couple weeks ago on this podcast, dude, I had that same like feeling in my heart, dude. I almost cried. Not really, but you know, I was like, damn, dude. Like the sharks are like every week there's like news stories and tales of people getting scammed.
Yeah, Hex.
Yeah, there's that. I think that's what
there's
fueled
people
it.
battling that Hex is not a scam.
Yeah. Well, that's just a small part of it.
Yeah.
Like these centralized exchanges, like taking advantage of people's possibly manipulating the price of Bitcoin and shit, you know, liquidating people who are margin trading when they really shouldn't be margin trading. That's like some really risky, high risk shit for like some.
Oh, for sure.
Those are not things like retail investors should be exposed to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Those type of tools.
I totally agree.
There's like people going on YouTube looking at like, and then the YouTuber community is a part of this. I feel like, which we're going to go into. You know, the YouTube community is really not helping. Like their audience is a bunch of like novice investors who have no experience. Yeah, and they're throwing them these bullshit meme lines, like their technical analysis.
Yeah,
like, dude, this like, check out this chart. Like next week for sure, we're gonna have a breakout or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And some guy will go to BitMEX, load up his account, and like leverage like 20x or some shit like
100x.
that. 100x, let's go all the way.
With $1,000.
Exactly. Because they're so shared because this YouTuber told them so.
Yeah.
And then they get wrecked.
Yeah.
You know? That's just as scammy as the Hex guy. You know what I mean? These exchanges, because they know what they're doing. They love this shit.
Yeah, but the scam, the actual scammer is profiting off of your lack of intelligence. Or experience, let's say.
What, the Hex guy?
The Hex, the actual like a real scammer is profiting over your inexperience.
Yeah.
But the scamming that you're talking about with the meme lines and all that, I mean, that guy's not really profiting, right?
It's like, but the thing is, like the YouTubers, like they start every time they do like a technical analysis or some shit or some kind of like
I think
fundamental breakthrough.
They're trying to look. They're trying to look smart.
No, not just smart, dude. They're actually, it's deceptive in a way, because like the first thing they'll say is like, this is not financial advice, but it is financial. Like they're selling financial advice to people. That's what gets people tuning in every week.
For sure, for sure.
You know, I mean, it worked on me too in 2017. A lot of these guys, because I was a noob, and I needed something to like, you know, rewire my brain to this market because I didn't understand how it worked. So I used a lot of these YouTubers as a source.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think I've kind of like outgrown them a little bit because I've learned so many mistakes and I've witnessed the majority of these YouTubers being wrong like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
So you can't rely on their word for anything, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, and that's part of the reason why hodling doesn't make, a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Because every time Bitcoin goes through those cycles, right, there's going to be a brand new peak, a brand new all-time high. And once you reach that peak, why do you need to hodl after that point? Because you know it's going to go down, right? That parabolic run up.
Yeah.
You know what happens next.
Yeah, it's just like you're advocating like...
It's like the same thing that happened with Matic. Had a parabolic run up for, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And those who didn't sell, they got wrecked.
Well, like you're still up. Like you.
Oh yeah, I'm still up. Yeah, for sure.
You're not wrecked at all, actually.
No.
You just missed out on a single like
it's a
opportunity.
4x.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, for sure.
You could have cashed that out and maybe bought like a nice little Christmas gift for somebody.
Yeah.
But then you expose yourself to capital gains taxes and all this bullshit you got to deal with, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's a motherfucker. Like a lot of people don't even like equate into their decision making.
Right.
Like we just wait until that. Just wait until like the IRS like really puts their dick on the table. You know what I mean? It's like, we're here, motherfuckers. Like, y'all can't be doing that anymore.
Yeah, breaks the mahogany in half.
Exactly, dude. That IRS like donkey dick, dude. But my point is, like, fuck, man. Like, I get the hodling culture. Yeah,
I get it too.
But at the same, but it's not. Like I said, everyone's here for like as shitty as it sounds, man. What attracted you to this space is like the fucking money.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
At first. But now it's like I'm starting to understand the technology better, and like we're getting more and more and more like use case for blockchain. Like, and this whole YouTube apocalypse thing is like a perfect example for that, dude.
Yeah. So let me show you this article that I saw from CoinDesk. It says it's called "YouTube Calls Crypto Purge a Mistake."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone who's listening to this already knows like, what's gone down. Like over the last couple of days, right? Like.
Last couple of days, I think between the 24th and 25th, YouTube started banning a bunch of crypto channels, like 80 to 90% of us.
Like, but mostly the top, like the famous
guys,
right? Like the big like
crypto channels,
the influencers, like the guys I'm talking about who are like, you know, they're drawing those meme lines. They're endorsing.
They're
all these
talking
new projects.
daily on prices,
exactly,
which we don't do because
we don't advocate trading.
Yeah, absolutely not.
No. Like, you know, in certain situations, like Will brought up, it's almost like a no-brainer. Like, maybe you should take some money off the table when it's going parabolic like that.
Yeah.
But like I said, you expose yourself to capital gains and
yeah.
And then it's just trading, man. Trading's a recipe for...
There's got to be an easier way to track the taxes, man. It's got to be. And I'm sure there's a tool out there that will help that we're not aware of, but there's got to be an easier way.
Yeah. But like, take it from me, like not just that, just the time you have to invest, like just keeping on track of like charts and shit and like news to trade is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it's almost negligible because I remember like I spent like 8 months in 2017 doing that.
Exactly. So you spent those 8 months tracking and looking at charts. You were like like the ultimate command center with all those charts all like over
8
around
charts
you.
Open. Yeah, I bought a second monitor and everything. I thought it was cool as fuck.
Yeah,
but really, it was just all stupid. Because all I had to do was buy like Bitcoin at the beginning and just leave it alone.
Yeah.
And I would have had like
the exact same return.
90% of the return I made. Like I made like a 10% profit. Over that. What potential of return I would have made with Bitcoin? But yeah, it's not worth that, dude. I had no life for 8 months, literally. Because like it's a global market. You can't sleep.
Yeah.
Because like literally, if you sleep on a position when a position's open, you wake up, that shit's done.
Yeah, and that time you weren't using the automatic sell features right on the exchanges.
No, see, I was a noob.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know how to like put stop losses. Everything was manual. I'm sitting there watching the candlesticks go up and down, and I'm putting in my orders and I'm selling and I'm buying. I'm doing everything. I had over 4,000 trades in like 8 months. Damn. Which is ridiculous because like when I downloaded the tax software, like the pro version was 3,000 trades. So I was well over the pro version. I was like, what? I'm trading like more than the pros. And like I'm just some dude in my fucking bedroom. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to do that, is my point. I could have just
held Bitcoin.
Or like any of the coins really. And just like left it alone. But of course hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah, but we're expecting a similar kind of situation to occur in about 2 years.
See, I don't know because I feel like people are smarter now.
Yeah, I know. I feel that too.
I feel like people. There's no way. I would be amazed if another speculative bubble like 2 years from now happened. Just like, what's there to speculate on?
I think there probably won't be a parabolic run up. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a year where it starts at like 12,000 and it ends at 33,000. And then the following year it starts at like 31,000 and it ends at like 69,000.
Talking about Bitcoin?
Yeah. And it's going to be like so
but I'm talking about the alt market and stuff. Like,
well, I don't even consider that just because that's too it's a harder cycle to track. Because I mean all of it is pegged to Bitcoin anyway.
For sure.
So
Bitcoin has to like run and do its thing before like anybody even gives a shit about the altcoin.
Bitcoin is the first indicator for all the altcoins.
Yeah.
Once Bitcoin hits that peak, which we're saying is going to be like $120,000.
Yeah.
That's when it goes down and all the altcoins start going up.
I mean, there are certain alt projects that they're not all scams. For sure, Ethereum is like has an insane community. In 2017, I always dismissed Ethereum. I thought it was shit just because of its scaling issues.
Oh, right.
You know, I'm just trying to learn the space, and I hear like Ethereum can do. And I saw what CryptoKitties did to the network. I'm like, dude, this thing's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Without doing any like actual deep research. And then now I see like what's being built on this
DeFi.
Dude, there's so much. It's insane.
More games.
The gaming, he said DeFi. Just there's tons of dApps. You know, whether or not those dApps will be successful or not, who knows?
Yeah.
You know, but the community's there. It's just a matter of, you know, can they roll out their proof of stake updates and shit like that? But
so yeah, going back to the YouTube. So YouTube erroneously purged cryptocurrency education videos from its video sharing platform this week, but claims to have reinstated them, according to a spokesperson. So content creators, however, are telling a different story. So allegedly, they're saying that the content creators are saying that it was COPPA. So this like child protection situation that's occurring with YouTube, where if you make a YouTube video, you have to explicitly say that this YouTube video is made for children, and it affects how the advertising is shown on your video.
Yeah.
And so every time I upload a video, you have to manually select that this is not made for children.
Yeah.
And so if it is made for children, you have to make sure that you follow all like child labor laws and all kinds of stuff for your given country.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a huge thing. And so I think these like armchair investigators are saying that it's COPPA. But
yes.
It could be.
Why would that affect only the crypto industry though?
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm thinking is like, it was like a XRP army or some tribe who all collectively decided to attack.
I don't think so, because then there would be like some evidence on like of collusion, right? Like there would be like a Telegram group or something like that.
Well, I think even Chico Crypto even showed like a snapshot of a Telegram group saying that they were after Chico. But it could be just somebody saying that.
Did he put that out?
Yeah. It was. He tweeted it out.
No, like the actual like conversation and stuff. Can you see?
Well, it was So the picture that he showed just showed that somebody made a comment that they're after Chico Crypto, but there was no context to it.
Yeah.
So
that's not enough.
Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough.
I mean?
But it is unusual that it's just like the crypto community. Like, why them? And so you have your own like theory, right?
Yeah, just I mean, it happened at a peculiar time just because like the like Congress just wrote up like a 2020 like crypto regulation proposal or something like that. So like what timing all of a sudden like Congress is getting serious about regulating cryptocurrencies, which by the way, nobody's even talking about that because this whole YouTube scandal is like overshadowed it bigly. Huh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's actual like, So, I mean, if you're a big mega corporation like YouTube, man, like to them, they're not crypto heads like us. Like they don't understand, you know, to an outsider, it might look like all these like crypto YouTubers are literally just like shilling like gambling websites almost. Like like some potentially illegal shit. Like the government is still working out regulation, right? YouTube is a mega corporation. It's Google.
Yeah.
So like they might be opening themselves up to a lot of liabilities in the future by allowing.
See, that comment right there reminds me a lot about all those YouTubers who are pushing that mystery box website.
Shit like that.
Yeah, like you spend like $100 on a mystery box and you get like Nike shoes or Air Jordans or whatever. And usually
you're talking about like loot crates.
Like loot crates, but it's like a website where you actually open a loot crate on the website itself. You pay $100 or whatever X amount of money to open up a loot box.
Like real world loot.
Real world
not gaming loot.
No. Real
I never even heard of this.
Yeah, it was all over YouTube. Like
no, I heard like kids were opening like in-game loot crates and then they were gambling with them.
That too.
Yeah.
So, but I'm talking about real world stuff like Xboxes and shoes and jewelry.
So it's kind of like,
and so these YouTubers would shill this website right with their affiliate link.
Yeah.
And they would show them actually, the YouTuber would show them actually opening some of the loot boxes. But they would open like iPhones and Xboxes and iPads and like,
just to like, you know, get you incentivized. Like, damn, I want some of that shit. You know?
And so allegedly the website for these YouTubers, they cranked up like the win rate for all the YouTubers versus you and I sign up.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, you and I sign up and our win rate is like 0.0001%.
Oh my god.
And so
because they actually built the site.
Yeah.
The YouTubers.
No. So that's a separate situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this site was like some, I don't know, probably Chinese website.
But the whole loot crate, you know, ecosystem, I don't know what you'd call it. Like that idea, it spread because it was like a cash cow.
Yeah, for sure.
And they were getting kids hooked on.
Even Congress talked about loot crates in gaming.
Yeah.
Now this particular loot crate was not an in-game mechanic.
Doesn't matter.
It's
like
real life.
The same psychology
idea.
applies, right?
Yeah.
The same incentive
it's gambling.
model.
It's gambling for sure.
Yeah, it gets you hooked because like you're putting in $10 hoping you're gonna get like that $100 item.
That's right.
So then you put in like $10 and you end up with like shit at the end of the day.
You get like stickers.
Oh my god.
Pencils.
Dude, it's like so crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think so. Not everything these popular YouTubers shill, like a lot of their sponsors. I mean, let's be real, dude. Like the majority, like I don't want to call people out, but Data Dash, like I watched him a lot in 2017, but I remember this. I like distinctly remember this. He was a big shill for a project called Substratum, which like it shilled itself as like the next version of the internet. Blah blah.
So what happened to Substratum? Because I heard about him.
I mean, I think what happened is it's just we've gone over several projects where like remember like a couple weeks ago we went over one that got like $7 million in funding or $20 million, a lot of money.
Yeah.
During the ICO phase,
and he just didn't build anything.
Nothing happened.
Yeah,
it was a scam.
It was fraud. In this case, it was fraud
because he lied about his relationships.
Right,
I think.
Right.
I'm sure Substratum. I didn't do too much research, but they just didn't deliver, and they took in so much money, and they're paying YouTubers like him to say good things. Say good things about it, and they paid him a lot of Substratum. They paid him tokens, right?
Yeah,
which like 4 or 5x in value. After he made his video, this is like he has a big base.
Yeah,
you know, he's an influencer
for sure.
A lot of these dudes are. So like for Substratum, it's money well spent.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, of course.
It's marketing.
Yeah,
that's the way it works. So I guess YouTube might see this and they might think they have to do something about it.
That's a manual. That's a manual like investigation.
What?
That the fact that Substratum paid Substratum tokens to this YouTuber. YouTubers shield Substratum, the price went up.
Yeah,
like that's a manual process. That's a manual investigation.
You're saying like it's like on an individual basis.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. That's why I think they did this. It's kind of like a blanket punishment to the space, like in a way.
I don't know.
You know?
I mean, I see what you're saying.
One example.
That's just one example, and I'm sure a lot of these YouTubers. I mean, because like, the world is tough to earn money. Like it's not.
Yeah, I'm not saying. I mean,
you know, if somebody's willing to pay you to shill something. Yeah. And you don't have money, it's like, okay, I'll do it.
See, like, I'm kind of like biased in a way because I'm not getting any money from anybody.
Right.
So maybe I'm unbiased in that sense. Like, of course, all these crypto YouTubers are going to, like, hate on YouTube and be like, dude, we're getting attacked.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they're not going to be like, hey, you know what? We have actually been, you know, shilling some questionable things. If you like, they're affiliated with, like, these exchanges. Nobody's done any, like, background on.
Well, I mean, like, you have to admit it's a little shady that a particular group in YouTube was taken down, right? It's all crypto related.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a little bit weird. Like,
yeah, for sure. No, it's definitely like a coordinated.
Yeah, it's a coordinated, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of family YouTube channels who use their children as like assets in the YouTube video.
Dude, my freaking nieces and nephews, like that's all they watch.
Yeah, like,
shit like that.
Family YouTubes, right? Like family video.
I don't necessarily know what they're doing, but it looks like a lot of fun. For the kids. I don't know, like there's like crazy shit going on all the time. Like I don't know.
Well, that's how they edit it. Like it's always like fucking action all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For like a a 5 or 6 year old's brain, right? It's
yeah.
You have to be.
Yeah, and then they look at
craziness.
their own life and their own family. It's like nothing's happening. It's like,
damn,
it's
depressing?
disappointing. Yeah.
You think that? Yeah.
For sure. That makes psychological effect for sure.
Damn, poor kids, man.
Yeah, dude.
That sucks.
Like this, man. But the point here is like it was a coordinated attack. Like there's a chance that some of these YouTubers kind of deserved it, but it seems unlikely that they all deserved it all at once. Right, so something's wrong with YouTube's like back end system for this particular group of people.
Well, apparently I'm wrong because like you just brought up an article, right, that says that YouTube, this one right here, that they regret doing what they did, right? That's what this says.
It says he pointed to YouTube's demonetization of violent political videos like footage of Hong Kong protests and its recent terms of service update. The features a throwaway account termination clause with potentially far-reaching ramifications. YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all or part of the service of YouTube believes in sole discretion. That provision of the service is no longer commercially viable.
See, this is like the honing in on the whole. Like YouTube is clearly becoming like mega corporate. You know what I mean? Like,
so this guy, he interprets that statement from YouTube to mean that YouTube can terminate creators who don't make it money.
Yeah. So like. A few weeks ago, they called it commercially or not commercially viable or something like that.
Right, yeah.
Which is us.
Yeah.
Like new up and comers here, they're just now giving YouTube a shot. But
that's not sustainable for YouTube because how are new YouTubers supposed to grow a platform?
I don't think they want to do that anymore. Apparently, there's like a new CEO. Her name's like Sharon or Cheryl or some shit. Everyone's like shits on her because she's the one who's imposing all these like Iron Curtain rules. You know,
but that's not sustainable because let's say all the successful YouTubers all have like, let's say, a profitable YouTube business, just for the sake of argument. Give it enough time, they all stop doing YouTube, right? For whatever reason, right? Life, death, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. They all stop. What is the next generation of YouTubers?
I think it's literally going to become like Disney. Like Disney owns a lot of YouTube people too. Yeah, like PewDiePie, sure. I think is owned, like
at one point. At one point. Not anymore.
Not anymore?
Nah.
Why?
Because of his like Nazi. Remember that?
Oh yeah, there's some controversy.
Situation, controversy with Nazism,
and they dropped him.
And they dropped him because of that, which is bullshit, of course.
I wonder if he did that on purpose. You know, to get out of that.
Nah,
contract.
I don't think so. No, I think he was just making a joke, and everybody took it out of context.
Oh, okay. But my point is, I think that they're definitely transitioning to like YouTube is no longer like some kind of like grassroots video, aggregator anymore.
That's how they make their money, though.
Well, that's how YouTube became what it is today. But now, like, the celebrities are on. Kylie Jenner has a YouTube channel. Will Smith.
Yeah.
Jack Black.
Yeah, I guess.
Just like how everyone has their own podcast now, like celebrities, everyone's.
If that's the case, there's going to be a competitor to YouTube that's going to be successful.
Well, that's what
YouTube is going to be for like celebrities.
It's becoming TV 2.0.
Yeah,
that's what YouTube's becoming.
It is. I agree.
Like if something fails in the ratings, like if they know they're gonna do the metrics just like TV channel programming does. Like, oh man, this YouTuber numbers are sliding. It's time to like put another industry plant in his place or something like just like they do in TV. They create programs, right? They create. YouTube's doing the same thing.
To me, YouTube like they print money over there. They make the YouTubers do the work.
Yeah,
and they just put ads in front of your work, and that's how they make money. So to them, if I was YouTube, I wouldn't care who's putting up videos as long as I can sustain it.
Yeah,
like from a technical standpoint, I really don't care what you're putting up unless it's like child porn or that bad stuff.
Yeah.
So that's, as a YouTube platform, if it were me and controlling this whole platform, I would only be concerned with developing technologies that flag actual nefarious content, which is very hard to do. Right, computers can't really understand what a picture is. Now, they're starting to now, but it's a hard thing for a computer to do. For humans, it's easy to recognize a picture. Mm-hmm. We know when we see a car that it's a car. To a computer, it's not easy for it.
Yeah.
So that's so YouTube has a tough like thing to do from a technological standpoint. It's like a tough like achievement to like flag these automatically. And so that's why they're paying a bunch of content moderators, like humans, to view videos, to view like comments.
See, but that's a problem, dude. That's like a subjective role.
Oh, for sure.
That's a huge problem.
But it's a subjective role. But I mean, it's clearly obvious when it's like child porn or like beheadings.
Yeah, but that's not what they're going for, dude. They're going for like political shit. Like before all this crypto shit happened, I already had my issues with YouTube because they censor like a lot of conservative.
What's that guy's name? Alex Jones?
Alex Jones, Steven Crowder got axed.
Yeah, but at some point, Alex Jones, he becomes detrimental to society.
See, but that's not up to YouTube to decide. That's what I feel like.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that statement. However, there's got to be like, I don't know. There's like a
dude. You know what it is? It's literally like you just don't watch it if you don't agree with them. You know,
see, but the problem is that people are watching them and they do agree with them.
What's happening?
It's nefarious content.
Is he sparking some type of like?
Yeah.
What?
What?
I haven't seen like he's not like a cult leader or nothing. Like there's no violence on the streets in the name of Alex Jones.
To a certain degree, there's violence on the street in the name of Donald Trump.
You know, you can make a couple correlations like to some shit like that, but I mean that's just politics, man. Like revolutions have started based on political leaders.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the way politics works.
Yeah, but also it's not only political leaders, but like charismatic leaders.
Yeah,
have been like who are not political leaders, like the guy who made everybody drink the juice.
Yeah,
and went to like this comment.
Yeah. Yeah, some people have like godlike charisma and like they're just like total chads, I guess. I don't know. Somehow they get everybody to like, literally worship them in some cases.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Which is crazy to me. But
it's like I mean on H3's podcast they talked about this guy who has like this Skype channel where all he does is like stare at you and then you feel like the power and he just like stares at the camera.
Was he like really hot?
I mean he's got long hair.
Oh shit. That's what it is, dude.
I don't know if that does something to people, but
got the locks of love. That's what he's got. It might. I don't know. But see, that's the thing. Obviously, YouTube doesn't give a fuck about like decentralizing anything.
And they're
not no longer a platform for like freedom of speech. Obviously.
Yeah, I want to see if
that's not their direction, and they are a private company. They don't have to be. That's the thing.
I want to see. Are there any crypto channels that have like millions of subscribers?
Oh shit.
Like I would think Antonopoulos would be like 186. There's some with like 300,000.
Yeah, like Data Dash is probably like the biggest one.
Yeah,
he's up there. He's probably like around 300,000 is my guess.
See, in like stopping this particular group of people on YouTube, you're barely making a dent on the content.
So what's
being created?
What's the the main conspiracy theory being perpetuated right now? That like there's like some sort of like government co-op going on to silence cryptocurrencies. Was that what people were saying?
I've seen that. I don't know if that's like the consensus.
I think that's like super radical, and that's
ultimately
exactly what I would expect like crypto people to think.
Yeah,
like they're coming for us.
But ultimately, this YouTube ban is just a clear example of why things need to be decentralized.
I agree 100. I think like everybody. Obviously, if you're in blockchain and crypto, yeah, we're waiting for these moments so the mainstream can like start to give a fuck, right?
Right.
That's why like whenever the whole Facebook, what was that shit called? Something, when they're they're selling people's data.
Cambridge Analytica.
Yes, that. Thank you, Willis. When that whole debacle went down for once, there's like a peak moment where like the general society was starting to notice, starting to realize like, hey, shit.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Like my data is actually valuable.
The same thing with Snowden. Like there was speculation that we were being watched by the government, and it turns out we were actually being watched by the government.
Yeah. But it's kind of crazy. Like a lot of people just dismiss that.
Yeah, I mean that sounds kind of like so
Orwellian or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Orwellian.
Yeah, like
it sounds like conspiracy theory.
It does.
But then when you have evidence of it, it's like holy shit.
Yeah, like again, it's someone like Alex Jones got silenced. Dude, he was calling for years talking about there's pedo islands that like billionaire elites would go to.
Yeah.
And then this Epstein shit happens. Yeah. Everyone's like, dude, Alex Jones has been calling this for years, but like, let's silence him because he's fucking crazy about a lot of other things. Right. We talk about like alien people and shit like that, lizard people.
Not only that, but he was talking about how Sandy Hook was a fake. Fake news.
Yeah.
Now that's bullshit, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's
like really sad bullshit.
Yeah, but again, why
Why silence that? I don't know. Because people are believing him. That's why I guess. I mean, does that? I'm not saying that justifies silencing him.
Yeah.
I particularly don't like the guy, so I really didn't care. But I understand. I understand the issue with that. Because we could get silenced. I mean, the YouTube community was silenced for 2 days.
What?
YouTube? Well, I mean, the crypto community.
Oh, the crypto community. Yeah, sorry.
Crypto community was silenced for 2 days.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it, and that's why.
I don't. Yeah. See, I'm like hardcore. Like I'm on board with this decentralized everything concept. I am so in. Like it's not even funny, dude. Yeah. Like I'm in this. I want that world. That to me was what the early internet was, and I miss that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But, everything felt like, I don't know. Like the internet didn't belong to anybody.
Yeah.
It belonged to the people. It was made by the people. It was like a global thing. It was beautiful.
I feel like it still is. I mean, other than the fact that Facebook has collected billions of users and everybody uses Netflix.
Yeah, the internet's in the hands of like a couple tech corporations, pretty much.
But they don't control the internet. They just happen to have a lot of viewers on their particular application.
Yeah, but that's a problem, dude. Like, there's a problem. Like, monopolies is a problem when it comes to business, right? Because things like this start to happen. Yeah. All of a sudden, you have too much control because there's no competitor to detract from your, whatever you do.
Yeah.
In this case, YouTube's like, I'm sure they're in their corporate offices like, dude, we could do whatever the fuck we want because there's like no one even in like the horizon.
That's true. But man, if I was YouTube, I'd be trying to out innovate my current platform. Kind of like Jack Dorsey right now. He's trying to decentralize Twitter,
which is cool.
I mean, hell yeah, that's cool. But do you think a CEO of Twitter, forget about Jack Dorsey, but do you think the CEO of Twitter is like either sitting back or trying to out innovate himself?
How do you innovate that? Like what?
Well, I mean, decentralizing it. That's how you innovate. That's how you beat yourself. Like, hey, now I have Twitter that's decentralized.
Yeah.
So
I mean, but when it comes to like these platforms, there's no innovation. Like all you could do is like change the UI up a bit. That's about it.
Well, the back end. I mean, if you decentralize Twitter,
I guess like the algorithms they come up with and stuff.
Technically, you can post anything that you want.
Yeah.
And nobody can really do anything unless the community flags your tweet, for example.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. The real innovation is happening in this blockchain space.
So, but you've heard about LBRY.
Yeah, I mean, I heard, see again this whole crypto apocalypse thing on YouTube is really opened my eyes. We need to start transitioning, or at least create a backup plan in case in case YouTube axes us.
Yeah.
So that you guys listening or watching can find us somewhere else.
And that's the thing that also made something very clear is that if you're watching on YouTube, that you should follow us either on Discord, join our Discord, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, because one day we could literally just disappear.
Right.
Because apparently, YouTube has plans of like axing these commercially unviable channels, which. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna fall under that umbrella.
See, I disagree that that's gonna happen.
You don't think so?
I really don't think so because it's not a sustainable model for YouTube.
What's it? Just no more noobs?
No more noobs. Like that's unreasonable.
That would be so crazy if they did.
Like
that.
It's like starting let's say you run a huge company and you say I don't want any entry level positions. Like that doesn't make any sense. I mean, yeah, you can decide not to have any entry-level positions. Like, everyone has to have, 10 years of experience on everything.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem reasonable. Like, there's going to be some work for, the noobs.
Yeah.
Like, the interns. We freaking need an intern.
I mean, I'm just going by what they said.
No, they did say that.
They legit said that.
But I think I think there's metrics to it. It's like YouTube channels who have been around for 10 years who still haven't monetized any of their videos.
You just dust channels. They're just lingering and sitting there.
Like a classroom that was filmed and you get a few views a year and it's been around for 10 years.
Yeah.
You
think
those,
that's what they're talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, man. We're nowhere near that territory, dude.
See, you're the optimist, Will. That's what I'm talking about. You're painting a rosy picture, man. I don't think.
No, I'm just saying, it doesn't make sense for YouTube to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like it just seems unlikely.
Like how much money do you think like they're losing on a collective from channels like us who are getting?
It can't be that much because storage gets cheaper by the year or by 18 months.
Like we probably stored. I think we can look it up, like the analytics, how many hours of content we have on YouTube. I'm gonna ballpark say around 40 to 50 hours. I'm gonna ballpark.
Well, I don't know if the analytics show how many hours we've uploaded. I think it probably does. I mean, I haven't really dove in because there's no point at this point.
Yeah.
But I know that we have thousands of hours, watch hours.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but none of that is for them. They're not making money on.
Well,
ads.
because we can't. We need to make money. You have to have 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, you
and you have to have like over 2,000 or 5,000 watch hours. So we're already there. Now we need to get 1,000 subscribers first.
And then what? What happens? You become a partner or something?
Then you become a partner, and then you can run ads.
Oh, interesting.
Which I don't even know if it makes sense. Just because I mean it would be dust.
Yeah.
And it would be kind of like.
But in YouTube's mind, that's all they care about. You know?
Oh yeah, but
that's their business model.
But we care about our community, our listeners, our watchers. That's what we care about.
We haven't even got paid a dime. It's almost been a year. It's been like 8 or 9 months we've been doing this.
Yeah.
Wow, a penny, dude.
Yeah.
And we're still doing it. We're still kicking, you know. And we're gonna keep doing it. Fuck it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, hopefully that means something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's how it is for everybody though. So
yeah, everybody starts out like that.
It's no different, unless you're like
we're not
Will
like
Smith.
Yeah, so you come in like a fucking guy. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's Will Smith. He's on YouTube."
Yeah, you watch Will Smith's content. It's like perfectly edited.
Yeah,
there's like all kinds
of
like
right. That's the future
traveling
of YouTube
across
right
the country
with like a full crew.
With a full crew.
Yeah,
he's mic'd up all the time.
Exactly.
Great audio.
What does this look like to you? It looks like TV.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's what
it's
YouTube.
Like a reality TV.
I think YouTube sees that and they're like running the numbers. They're like, holy shit, we make way more money off of this kind of shit. Because these motherfuckers have celebrity appeal. So like the sponsors.
Well, not only that, the YouTube channel is called Will Smith.
Yeah, what does that mean?
That means they gave him that name, right?
Yeah.
They probably kicked somebody else out with that name.
So like other dude.
Yeah.
It like forms like mukbangs or something. Fucking his name's Will Smith. It's like, God damn it, dude! You took my channel.
That's what we should do. Is like eat like a huge pizza
while we're talking about crypto.
Yeah,
dude, that's.
I get like 10,000 views overnight, dude.
I thought about that. I thought about becoming a mukbanger. It sounds like an awesome career, you know.
No, like, hell no, dude.
Yeah, it does, dude. But
hell no, dude.
I would have to be like maybe 2 videos a week tops. You know, that way I can
eating like a giant squid.
Fuck the squid. What do you mean squid? Is that what they're doing nowadays?
Oh, I saw this Asian lady eat like.
See, that's the problem, man. Like the mukbanger viewers are probably getting tired of watching people eat like mac and cheese and like burgers. Like, dude, I want to see you eat some weird shit.
I promise you, it was like either on Twitter or something. Somebody took a screenshot of a lady eating like a fried cat.
What?
Yes, a fried cat.
Wow.
Yeah.
But she got away with that, huh?
I guess
so.
The
internet didn't like fucking pitchfork the fuck out of her, dude.
Light on fire.
Yeah, man. Dude, you can't eat cats on the internet. Are you kidding me? There's no way. How's the internet not like winning full like uprise over that?
Have you seen the Netflix video "Don't Fuck with Cats"?
Well, yeah.
We were watching it, right? Yeah,
I only saw like the ending.
A couple episodes.
I saw the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 4 episodes.
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, dude. You can't fuck with cats, dude. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's
I promise you I saw that.
Okay.
It was like
it's probably like okay.
She was like grilling live octopus. Like it was live. She put it on the grill.
I mean, I get it. Like culturally,
it, like, flopped and
in some cultures it's cool to eat cats and dogs and stuff. But the internet, dude.
Yeah, not for the internet.
That's not cool.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely pitchforks.
Yeah. But anyway.
So anyway, tell me what LBRY is. Like it's a place where
you're asking me?
You heard about it, dude.
Yeah, I heard about it, but dude,
you said
all I know is this motherfucker's been around since 2016. LBRY. It's a cryptocurrency project, and the purpose of it is to decentralize. I think just internet content, not just YouTube, but I think they have like a music platform now too. It's like a decentralized Spotify essentially. But the reason why I like this is because it has a YouTube sync, so we don't really have to like do shit. Like we just sync our channel to it, and all of a sudden we got like a exposure to a nice new group of people. And it's like I said, It's decentralized, so they're not going to take anything down. It's everything everyone in this crypto community is talking about, right? This is what we've been looking for.
Yeah, for sure.
Some shit like this.
So it's like some kind of protocol where you can upload you connect LBRY to like YouTube, right?
Well, yeah, for us, like as far as like creators and stuff. But I'm not sure if it's like Steam it, if you get rewarded like in LBRY tokens for posting content. I'm not really sure how the incentive structure aligns.
Well, I'll read this. Traditional video sites such as YouTube, Instagram, and Spotify store your uploads on their servers and allow viewers to download them.
Okay.
They also allow creators to make some money through advertising or other mechanisms. However, there's some well-known drawbacks, especially for people whose material is perceived as not being advertiser-friendly. LBRY aims to be an alternative to these sites, allowing publishers and their fans to interact directly without the risk of demonetization or other meddling.
There it is.
What makes this all possible is the blockchain technology developed by the creator of Bitcoin.
Wait, what? The creator of Bitcoin? Isn't that Satoshi?
Well, yeah.
Oh, so it's built on the Bitcoin blockchain.
No, not on Bitcoin blockchain. No, it's not built on Bitcoin. It's built on blockchain, which is from the creator of Bitcoin.
So LBRY has its own blockchain.
Yeah.
Now we gotta go even deeper and find out like what's the consensus model and all this stuff, right? And see how it works.
So and then it says, why build a protocol? It says building protocols, not platforms, is the best way to secure a free open internet. Almost every tech giant today is a centralized service that sells users personal information and attention to advertisers. They spend a lot of money chasing their products, your personal information and time attention, but at the end of the day, users, you offer it up for free in exchange to access the platform. We think users should own their content and their privacy instead of handing it over to corporate giants and their advertising buddies. If you think we're paranoid, there are dozens of examples of companies abusing users and acting against their interests.
Yeah, man.
Which we've seen with Facebook.
It just keeps happening over and over again.
Right. It's not paranoia if they're actually out to get you, which has been proven time and time again. So how and why LBRY uses blockchain? Blockchain technology like Bitcoin and LBRY enables people to create databases that no single entity controls. In LBRY, the same mechanism is used to store an index of what content is available and how to download it, as well as financial transactions. Using Bitcoin-like currency, LBC, which is LBRY credits,
okay.
When a creator publishes something on LBRY, an entry is made on the LBRY blockchain. You can think of it as an announcement. Hey, everyone, I've published this file. Here's some information about it and instructions for how to download it from peer-to-peer network. Interesting. So it's a peer-to-peer network where you download content, whether it's a picture, a drawing, or a video.
Yeah. So where's all this stored is what I want to know.
It's on a decentralized network.
Like what, like IPFS or something like that?
IPFS, yeah.
That's what it said?
So for the same reason that nobody can prevent a Bitcoin transaction from taking place, nobody can prevent a transaction like a publication or a tip from appearing on the LBRY blockchain. Other sites exist that share their content from peer-to-peer data network. However, the index of available content is centralized and can be easily censored. So the situation is, to me, it looks like using LBRY is like your content will never be taken down. It can be downloaded by anybody because it's on a decentralized network and it's accessed via peer-to-peer network. However, it seems like the only way to monetize your content is through tips, which is not a bad way to get content. I mean,
meaning like advertisers will never come on here?
No, definitely not.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a problem. You're never gonna see like a mass exodus from YouTube, like unless there's more money to be had somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure.
And like somebody on our Discord, Toxic Sam, we've interviewed him before. He brought up a great point.
Yeah.
Like all this, if cryptocurrency influencers, just the community as a whole, we all of a sudden adopt something. Let's say LBRY. There's something else called BitChute. There's another one.
DTube. DLive is
the streaming platform. If we all adopt these things, yeah, it's kind of like we're not achieving anything as a whole. The idea is to reach the masses, right? With our message of decentralization. We're just gonna basically circle jerking ourselves, like in a. He called it an echo chamber. I call it a circle jerk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
we can't go to a decentralized platform where the ideologies matches with cryptocurrency when the masses are not even on like that level.
Yeah, the idea is like these crypto influencers, they started on YouTube, they started small and they built these platforms, based on their, whatever the fuck, their personality, their knowledge, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like based on YouTube algorithms, somehow like these normies trickle or they stumble upon these channels, these videos.
Yeah.
They watch one and they're like, oh, that was interesting. Let me watch another one.
Right,
and then all of a sudden, like a day or two later, they're like on Coinbase buying Bitcoin and shit. That's how it happens, right?
Right.
That's not gonna happen if all those people are here.
Yeah.
Because we're already buying Bitcoin and stuff. We're already doing that.
But, you know, there's sort of like a workaround. Say, for example, YouTube does decide to take all the crypto stuff down permanently, just for the sake of argument. If you've cultivated a large following on Twitter, you could say, hey, that video that you want to watch that has been taken down by YouTube, it's on LBRY. So here's the link to go download it. And the only way I can make money from here is you send me tips. So that's the best we got. Yeah. Or Patreon.
Yeah. And we've already established, like, YouTubers are money-hungry, evil fucks, right? So according to that one Twitter guy.
Yeah, but if you're a YouTuber that's extremely concerned about your videos taken down for the sole reason of content, you want that content to be viewed by people, then LBRY is your best bet.
I agree.
Right?
Like, it's almost like an archive.
Yeah. If you think you're going to make money from LBRY, with just tips, like, it's probably going to be a lot less from YouTube than YouTube.
No, so. Yeah, for sure. So what's the main sticking point here?
It just depends.
I mean, right now
there's options. Nobody's using them. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. We're exploring our options, but obviously this is there's a demand now growing for sure. This stuff. EOS is working on voice. Did you see Vitalik today? He said he signed up for the beta.
Oh, he did. Nice,
Vitalik.
Nice.
So we got dude. That's the thing. Vitalik's a good guy, dude.
Yeah,
he gets a lot of flack. Does he get a lot of flack? Not really. He just looks kind of funny, but he's a good guy, and like he's always like super. I remember he made a few suggestions before to Dan Larimer, like how to improve the protocol.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Dude, who the fuck does that? Like he's not out to like conquer the world. Like his head's on, like, you know, he wants everyone to succeed.
Yeah.
Because he wants the whole space to like. He wants the shit to actually work out, and I think he thinks.
Well, like, he's got no reason to like prevent or block anybody. Right, he's already done. He's made enough money. Like I don't even think it's about
the money. I think it's like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like there's no incentive for him to block anybody.
Yeah.
Like he wants everybody to succeed because it helps him.
Well, what if like EOS like just shit all over Ethereum? Like, don't you think that would like be bad for him?
That's not enough. That's not enough to take everybody away from Ethereum.
Yeah, I don't think that can happen, but
because Ethereum.
But traditionally, like in humanity, when there's like competitive spaces involved,
only if the friction, like, you're actually competing when you have a site that people are currently using, and then the new site that is better, that's just a click away. That's when you have a problem.
Yeah.
But when you have like something like Ethereum, where you got so many developers like using Solidity, and they're like invested in this ecosystem, it's much harder to get those developers to go onto a new platform.
So basically you're saying like he just doesn't feel threatened by anything.
Yeah.
Like he's just confident.
Yeah, he just very little threat. And even if they do move over, like it ends up helping the entire ecosystem, which helps him really.
Yeah. True. But there's tons of examples of like other, crypto people not getting along is what I'm saying.
Oh, for sure.
That's pretty much the drink. Like him and what's his name, Charles Hoskinson, Dan Larimer, they hate each other.
Yeah.
Basically, they're all general purpose blockchains. But what I'm saying is Vitalik, he's an alien, so he doesn't give a fuck about all that shit. Pretty much.
Yeah. So I mean, we found LBRY. I think we should start just putting it up there, just because. First of all, we kind of want to see how this works, and second, it's probably good hygiene to start using some of these decentralized platforms.
Man, we gotta fucking practice what we preach.
Yeah,
in other
for
words.
Sure.
Like we're over here talking about, man, we wish the world was decentralized. We're like on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're like on Facebook, But we need to start. If we could bring a couple people who are listening to us on YouTube over to there, we're doing some good.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're achieving something. We're working towards a common goal.
Yeah, I mean, and plus. If the masses do end up going to a different platform, it makes YouTube better because they'll adjust.
Yeah, exactly, right? Now all of a sudden there's a competitor in the window.
Yeah. Maybe the next CEO of YouTube would be like, hey, let's start figuring out ways to decentralize YouTube. Just like Jack Dorsey did.
Yeah, Twitter. But Jack Dorsey, he's not like still in Twitter, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's the CEO.
He's still the CEO? I thought he like sold it like a long time ago.
No, definitely not.
See, that is interesting that he wants to create a decentralized version.
And that's how it should be. You got to make your current platform obsolete because somebody will. If you don't do it, somebody will.
Yeah. What do you think his role actually is within the company, though? Like, does he do anything?
I'm pretty sure.
Like, I see him on the Joe Rogan podcast. He looks like he just got done, like, blowing, like, 10 blunts of, like, just smoking so much reefer.
Yeah.
Looks like a stoner guy, you know? Which, I mean, looks are deceiving. That shouldn't factor into anything.
I'm sure his main role is a bunch of meetings and, like, meeting with, like, fucking, like, famous people all the time.
I guess. But, yeah, anyways.
Deals.
Yeah, he's like in Africa right now or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyways.
So we've talked about YouTube. We talked about decentralized, options. Yeah. We talked about the sentiment of Bitcoin, like the despair is like a real feeling, right? It's not just a chart indicator.
Yeah, so you do with that information what you want. You know what I mean? Like I said, look up that, that market psychology chart, which I feel so stupid bringing that up because like everybody already knows about that.
Well, but not everybody.
Okay, in case you don't know, look up that market psychology chart.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up. But yeah, so that market psychology, like it's a real.
It is.
I don't know how more I can like describe it, but it's an actual feeling that you feel.
Yeah, I felt every phase of it, dude. Like, I felt it deeply, so I could vouch. There it is. That motherfucker. Where are we then? I guess depression. Yeah, see, some people think we're like in the disbelief phase, but
this is a sucker's rally. Yeah. Well, I think we just went through that, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, the depression's still kicking in, I guess. But essentially, what this is telling you is like, we're near the bottom of a market cycle. A typical market cycle.
Yeah, and this was established through the stock market, right?
Yeah, that right there is the .com bubble, like 100%.
Yeah.
And dude, it's identical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What went down in 2017, like just you slap, any project.
Yeah.
Blockchain, and you just had like these hot terms, blockchain, cryptocurrency, decentralized, blah, blah, blah. Then you made millions. Pretty much. Same thing in the internet. I bet you put .com on anything, sold. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, we didn't get to experience that because we were too young. So.
But the question is, has there been assets who have done this multiple times?
Multiple times?
Yeah. I mean, Bitcoin, other than Bitcoin, it's done this multiple times.
Dude, the fucking stock market right now is like in euphoria phase, dude. It's like going ridiculous. If you look at
it's like a macro, like decade long.
Yeah, it's like nonstop, dude. The stock market is on the most ridiculous rally ever.
Yeah, Elon made 420, dude. Right?
Yeah, Elon made 420, dude. Every day, this shit's just going ham. Which
that's so scary, dude.
It is scary because that has way more implications than like cryptocurrency bubble.
Yeah, it's like 1920 all over again.
Let's just fuck it. This is like near the end of the podcast. Let's pull up a chart of the S&P.
All right.
You can go to tradingview.com and look at that. Let's just have some fun with it and like make some doom predictions. Like what's coming up. It's the end of the year.
We're going to get flagged by YouTube.
Why?
Because we're looking at charts.
What? What? Are you fucking with me?
No, that's another speculation.
Like that's why they're axing people?
Yeah.
No way.
S&P?
Yeah. Or S&P or NASDAQ, whatever. Let's just look at the S&P. See how that looks. But yeah, man. So yeah, 2019's wrapping up, Willis. I guess this will probably be the last video of the year that gets uploaded.
Yeah, probably. So. Yeah, because we got Andreas coming up. So we're interviewing Andreas Antonopoulos on the 30th, which is on a Monday. So if you're watching this and it's before the 30th, you can suggest some questions that for Andreas. But if you're watching,
we don't have too much time with him, but
yeah, we don't have too much time with him. But we want to. I don't know if we're debating on just focusing on crypto because that's all he talks about, and we kind of want to like talk to Andreas about other things, like other interesting things, like whatever's going on with Tokyo. And
wait, Tokyo?
Not Tokyo.
Hong Kong?
Hong Kong, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hong Kong and talk about AI, talk about potentially the Democratic debates and candidates.
Yeah.
Just to get his feel on like what he thinks on a bunch of these things. I mean, because like we beat to death crypto, and he talks about that all the time.
Yeah. And like one thing I like to think about, like all these notable guests that we get on and stuff.
Yeah, well,
obviously they all have like zero faith in the traditional system, our financial system. Like McAfee said, it's all shit. It's going to hell. It's been going to hell. Like he's on my side. Doom is coming. I think Andreas is probably along those same lines. Like I don't think he thinks our traditional like loan model can sustain.
Oh, for sure.
How our economies run.
Yeah, no, I
mean, nobody believes in Bitcoin. Thinks that this shit's gonna keep on running.
Exactly.
So I want to know, like, almost like I want him to try and like,
what's the dynamics?
What's his crystal ball?
What's the dynamics between like how crypto and countries are gonna solve like their fiat problems?
Yes, like I want like a doom scenario. Like, how the fuck are we gonna crawl our way out of that, dude?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's gonna be a hell on earth.
Right.
Like if all of a sudden our like economy or the engine that's been running for how long?
Yeah.
100, 200 years now or something. You know what happens?
Dude, talk to me about what the hell am I looking at?
There we go. Look at that motherfucker, dude. What are you looking at? What do you mean? What are you looking at? This is the S&P 5. This is like the index for like the.
I know, but it goes back to 1971.
Yeah. See, this chart doesn't look so cool.
I mean,
go to the NASDAQ chart. This one doesn't look right. Let's pull the NASDAQ.
But there's been
you pull the NASDAQ. Goddammit, it looks more bubbly than this. I want to see some. But serious
S&P
bubble.
is like the top 500.
Yeah, but the NASDAQ is like where the rules like speculative, like it conveys it better for some reason.
I mean, this chart, this other one, the S&P 500, just keeps going up. But I guess it's because of inflation to a certain extent, right? The valuation of these companies are now in the trillions, right? Well, that was not possible in the 90s or in the early 2000s.
Well, it's because like interest rates are so low, you know, and they've been low since the housing crash, and they just keep getting lower and lower. So people just keep borrowing more and more money. That's what's fueling our economy, right? Is debt.
Well, yeah.
So that's what the speculation. Like if you're like a stock investor, everybody is waiting for like the rates to be increased. Once that happens, it's like sweeping, pulling the rug from our economy essentially.
Well,
this ain't the NASDAQ.
So I know, but this is 2007. We felt the crash in 2008, right?
Yeah.
So it went from what is that, 1,600 to 600. So it lost $1,000
or points. Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 points.
Yeah, which is what, like a 60-70% drop.
Yeah,
that's pretty massive for the stock market, dude.
Definitely massive.
That was huge. That was like everyone back then was probably like, "This is it."
And here's the 2000 bubble.
That's the .com bubble. But dude, pull up the NASDAQ, please. It looks so much better than that. See, that doesn't look like a bubble.
What? Just to give perspective, we got the bottom of 2009 has like nothing but gone up for a decade.
True. Yeah.
All right. So here's NASDAQ.
Full feature chart. Sometimes I like to just look at this chart. What the fuck is this, dude? This doesn't even go all the way back to the 2001, dude. Fucking A, man.
Oh, okay, so let's pick another one. Shit.
I mean, I think that was the right one, but let's see.
Oh, that's the only one.
Fuck. All right, whatever. Yeah, you can look at the S&P, whatever. But what was the point of bringing this chart up? I forgot. Oh, yeah, just to see, like you said, we've been on a fucking mega tear.
Yeah. Same thing, 2007, 2008, crash.
Mm-hmm.
How many points is that? 49 to 17. That's 30 points. That's about 70%.
And how much have we gone up since? About 80%.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. See, like, things just keep chugging and chugging along. See, right, in this perspective, it doesn't look like as parabolic as it actually is. If you pull up maybe like a Yahoo trading chart or something like that, it'll look a little more parabolic. But essentially, when I look at those charts, I don't know why we can't find one right now, but when you look at them, yeah, I use my crypto experience a little bit, kind of like, dude, when things go up, like, there's no correction. Like, the corrections are like,
here's the thing,
10% drops. Like, what's up? What's the thing?
The low in 2010, like, how many years do we go? Like, how do you know that right now is the tippy top?
How do you know?
Yeah, how do you know?
What do you mean? Like, what indicators would I look for?
Yeah.
Shit.
Like,
man.
why sell now? Because you could have another decade of like continuous.
Well, for one, that is unprecedented. We've never had,
for sure.
You know, traditionally, like what you're taught is these market cycles usually last between like 6 to 10 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Historically, the same thing we do with Bitcoin charts.
That's a good point.
We look at the history of Bitcoin and try and predict the future, right? And we found out like, ooh, there's like a rhythmic. Yeah. There's a rhythm to Bitcoin's price movement. There's a rhythm to our economy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's by no coincidence we had the .com bubble in 2000, and then in 2008, 2009, it crashed again.
Yeah.
And then so far we've managed 10 years. So this is like the breaking point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And we're so far out. We're so far extended from those two previous market crashes that
it's probably due to Trump.
You can only assume like just like whenever Matic made that like super ridiculous run up.
Yeah.
What happened to that drop?
It was a spike of all spikes.
It's like the higher you go, like the faster you tumble.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I think of that. I mean, I'm in no way like I'm not a stock guru, like not even close. I've invested in stocks and I made like a little bit of money just speculating on bullshit, you know, like fucking
Tesla.
No, like quarterly earnings reports and shit, like like a dumbass, like trying to predict like earnings reports and like loading up on options like beforehand and stuff. And I did okay, but then, anyways, the point is, yeah, man, I'm not like some guru like remember that movie, The Big Short.
The Big Short, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like calling some like I'm some genius here. Like, oh man, the market's for sure gonna
that
crash.
guy was calling it for like 2 years.
I think like
it was 2 years too early.
I mean, there's tons of dudes. Ray Dalio, he's saying like 2020 for sure is the year. Like everything, the shit hits the fan.
Yeah,
and he's like a billionaire, so he knows what he's talking about. But yeah, what I want to know is, dude, what's gonna happen, man? Because this is going to be a big one.
This is ugly.
This is going to be a big one, is what I'm thinking.
If historically, it's going to retrace, what, 80% from 100? Yeah, let's say $100. It's going to go to 20. I mean, that's pretty massive, dude. It's right here.
Yeah. That's crazy, ain't it? And the thing is, we have like a generation of like boomers and shit. Like, they're on the verge of retirement, dude. They have most of their net worth and their savings in like 401ks and retirement accounts. You know what I mean? What happens when all their fucking money hits the fan and the retirement nest egg is gone, dude?
Dude, that's dangerous, man.
That's really dangerous. We literally built a whole generation's like retirement based on this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This like super unstable thing.
Well, you know what that means. The next generation is built on like crypto, and it's going to be going through the same cycles. Well, but with different like principles though, because 21 million Bitcoins, like that's the cap.
What?
Like if you're, let's say your 401k is based on Bitcoin, like future.
Yeah, I mean, you assume like whoever's managing these retirement accounts, they're hedging, right? So they probably have like, you know, they distribute like not everything in stocks. They should have, you know, some precious metals and I don't know, other shit. I'm not a financial advisor, but Bitcoin,
no, that's true.
They should incorporate cryptocurrencies.
And you know, a lot of these companies are using AI now, and the AI is like, dude, you need to diversify.
Yeah, definitely. No, for sure. So I don't know. Maybe it won't be as big of a problem as I think it will be.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe just the stock. You know, the Wall Street guys will like have to hold on to some bags for a few years, but maybe I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but I think the one that we keep talking about is like the currency crash.
Yeah.
Like that's the one that's a real bubble. It's been a bubble for like the last almost 100 years.
Yeah. We'll see, man. I don't even know how we got into this. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it's the end of the year. We're trying like, what's going to happen next year? What do you think?
Yeah, your predictions for next year, I would say, so we're ending this year with, let's say it was a $3,000 Bitcoin at the beginning of this year. It ended at 100%. 7,000. 3,500 to 7,000.
Okay.
So next year.
That's a good fucking year.
Yeah.
Like,
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. If you got in like at the start of the year.
Hell yeah.
You should be happy. You're doing good.
So I'm just going to make an obvious prediction that we're going to start with a $7,000 Bitcoin in January, and we're going to end at, $14,000, $15,000.
14, 15?
Yeah. And we're going to go through this happening, and we're not going to see shit. We're not going to see any movement. It's just going to go through it as if nothing happened.
Why though? Because we've seen the past 3 happenings. There's always price movement after.
There is.
Happening. So why do you think that's not going to happen?
This one feels different. This one just feels different. I think all the mining companies have prepared for this happening. They've accumulated some Bitcoin for like a stock, like a stack, a pile of Bitcoin to pay for rent, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah.
And they won't need to sell the Bitcoin that they earn for at least a few more months beyond the happening.
Yeah. So around 14,000?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good prediction to me. What do you think is going to happen to DeFi? Any kind of crazy my
only prediction for DeFi is that any new app you're gonna assume that the new app that gets created, let's say there's 10 new apps, whatever it is, dApps. Every single new one is going to incorporate protocols for DeFi. So as soon as you buy, the game coin, that game coin is going to be staked in that wallet and it's going to earn you interest.
You think so?
Oh, for sure.
Wow.
For sure. Because it's a protocol. Anybody can use that protocol.
Yeah. That's interesting. I think for sure, 2020 is going to be the year of crypto regulation. I think that's the year where we're finally going to know how the space is going to get regulated.
I hope you're right, dude. That would be nice.
Well, that's a must. Before anything else happens, that has to be figured out.
I hope you're right, but to me, I don't think that's possible. Only because
it's too hard.
We've seen Congress, and they're so far behind that it's not even
they can't even agree on anything. But
it's so the meme of OK Boomer is Congress. They're so far behind.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, man. We'll be here along the whole way, man.
Yeah,
we got a whole nother fucking year to figure this shit out. It's gonna be interesting. I think we're gonna see a slow climb back up. I'm curious to see what happens to altcoins, because I feel like Ethereum is ridiculously undervalued right now.
Oh, definitely.
Insanely undervalued. I think. I mean, because if you think of what Bitcoin does and what Ethereum does, dude, Ethereum does so much more.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is literally its only use case is just digital gold.
Yeah. And most people are hodling it for the most part.
Yeah. Ethereum, the network itself, has so much more application, and the community is more robust. I guess they're more they're thinking of other shit.
Yeah, DeFi is brand new, dude.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. Hopefully Ethereum pops off and just goes ham, but we'll see.
But yeah, so I guess coming up we have that, I told you about Andreas. We're getting a lot of requests to interview the guys from Decentraland.
Who? Yeah?
Yeah.
The creators?
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah. I'm down for that.
And we also got another request to interview Somnium Space, the CEO of Somnium Space.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm down for that too.
So we'll probably start a little segment, a little stream of interviews of interviewing all the platforms.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Like I said, we're a general podcast here, but we have some significant.
We got some stake in
Decentraland. Right now Decentraland's a big sleeper.
For sure.
A big sleeper, I feel like.
Yeah, there's something big gonna happen with Decentraland coming up.
Yeah.
That I don't know if we should say, but
yeah, fuck it. But just the whole NFT space in general too, man.
Yeah.
After that Metalith interview, it got me thinking about how early days and the potential of NFTs.
Absolutely.
It's literally like if we had this podcast about Bitcoin and crypto like we said in 2010 or something, 2011.
Yeah.
We're over here buying $8 Bitcoins. If you're buying NFTs right now. I don't know if they're ever going to go up in such ridiculous values. But
Yeah, there's got to be a place where they're tracking the value of NFTs. Like Metalith is like the most obvious creation at this point in my eyes. Sure.
So yeah, we're gonna have to keep track of NFTs. I mean, there's so much going on in that space. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like NFT is almost like an ICO mania in a way.
Yeah. For sure.
From what I've been reading, like a lot of these NFTs, they go up like in ridiculous valuations really quick.
To me, NFTs, I think it's going to simulate or emulate very close to the internet, because when the internet first created, like anybody could build a site.
Yeah.
Right. It was very rudimentary, very ugly looking.
Yeah.
Nothing like today. But like right now, anybody can make an NFT. Right. You can think of a game, you put a bunch of NFTs in that game, and you can monetize those NFTs. So it's very much like building a website in the early days of the internet.
Yeah.
So we're going to see a bunch of NFTs, like all kinds, like
shit ton.
Variations on Pokemon, variations on like Digimon, and all kinds of stuff.
Music, maybe?
Music, yeah. I mean, all kinds of NFTs. And then just like the bubble of the internet happened, like we're going to see like a drop off of like a bunch of NFTs are like worthless. But there's going to be some that are like extremely valuable.
Yeah, that's the thing we've talked about. Like, well, we need something to speculate on in order for like another market mania to occur.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
that might be the next phase.
It's not DeFi, because DeFi.
Yeah, you can't speculate on that.
You can't. It's just like lending and savings programs essentially. Yeah.
That's more like an add-on tool for your DApp. Your DApp does something weird, but in that DApp you can earn interest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could definitely see and it's already happening on a micro scale. I think 200 million. I keep forgetting where that number comes from. I think that's like the volume or something.
Oh, for the DeFi space.
No, NFTs.
Oh yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's what Metalith kind of estimated.
That's right. Which is nothing compared to like the cryptocurrency space, dude.
That's
what I'm saying.
You'd be lucky if you were in Bitcoin when it was worth $200 million.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're like buying like $8 Bitcoins right now.
Hell yeah.
If you're in that NFT space. But what I'm thinking, what's going to happen? I don't know. What do you think?
Dude, I'm thinking the big players are going to get into NFTs. You're going to see Nintendo in it, but maybe not in this coming year. But what I'm saying is once Nintendo jumps in, they realize like the value and potential of blockchain, which...
Yeah. So what's the best way to like position yourself to like profit off of this NFT? If what we're saying is true, we're this early.
There's a bunch of smart people in Nintendo for sure. So they're trying to figure out what game is accessible by the masses that will give them the satisfaction of collecting rare Pokemon, like true NFT Pokemon.
Oof. I mean, all they had
like it could be like just a picture of Charizard, right? Or maybe it's an actual 3D creation of Charizard that exists in Decentraland. Maybe that's their view of what Pokemon should be.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty confident that's what they're working on, because if they're not, I would be surprised.
So you really think Nintendo has
oh yeah.
Really?
Dude, Nintendo's like Disney. They have like all these assets that could be NFTs. Like dude.
No, for sure. If Microsoft is making like little honey badgers or whatever the fuck they're called.
Oh hell yeah, dude. That's a good point.
Yeah, Microsoft is paying attention, then for sure there's some mega gaming corporations out there.
Excellent point.
Dude,
I
Microsoft
for sure.
themselves, don't they own Minecraft and shit like that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude, they're probably thinking about it themselves, dude. Like if they're already making honey badgers or crypto, whatever they're called. Why?
Yeah, can you imagine like a huge corporation actually investing, $100 million on creating this NFT game? Like, dude, it's gonna kill. It's gonna be like the next PUBG, except everybody's gonna be using it. It's like the Pokemon Go app everybody was using in 2017, whenever it was, or 2018.
Yeah, 2016, I think.
Yeah, 2016. Like it was gonna be that crazy, but 10 times more crazy because these are actually rare.
Yeah, I tried selling like my group of friends on Gods Unchained.
Oh yeah,
I just because a lot of them played Hearthstone and shit like that. And I was like, dude, check out this game. It's like it looks so hot. Like it literally looks so good.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a professional Blizzard made it or something.
Yeah.
And then I explained to them, because I never played Hearthstone, but I was like, hey, is there like an open marketplace in Hearthstone where like you spend all this money on these decks and shit, building these decks? Like, can you ever get your money back?
Yeah,
you know, like, is there a marketplace? Like, if you get this rare card and you're like, you know what, I'm done with this game, I just want to sell it.
Yeah.
I don't think that exists in that world. I think it's just like,
really?
I don't think so. They said no. But so I was like, hey, well, there's this new game. It looks very similar to Hearthstone and like Magic the Gathering. We're like, yeah, dude,
yeah,
your shit actually has real value, that it's exchangeable and could potentially go up in value. Most likely will if you're buying these like Genesis decks and shit. And it's like a no-brainer these cards are going to go up in value.
See, but in my opinion, I think, the actual cards themselves, they do have value, and somebody bought $100,000 worth of a card. So I agree with that, but I think the real money is the fact that you're going to be battling people for money, for like tournaments and shit.
But you can do that now.
No, but what I'm saying is that rare card that's worth $100,000, it's probably worth more keeping it and using it in a battle.
I hope. What do you mean? Like it's gonna have like better stats and stuff?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Think so?
That's the point of it. Like, I mean, think about it.
That's
why
a
make
problem.
a card rare? Well, I guess you're right. It would break the game.
Yeah, that would be totally pay to win. Like in
so
tournaments,
then,
it would just be
what
like. What
makes it valuable then? It's just not.
Just the rarity of it, I think.
Yeah,
the scarcity of it, and like.
So it's $100,000 because it's rare.
But
it doesn't really affect the gameplay because it's not like OP.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like a regular card. Like none of these cards are OP. I'm assuming the creators of this game, they're trying to make a balanced game, like 'cause they want a good game experience, not just like NFTs, but they want a good, like addictive, fun game experience. So it's got to be balanced, and they want like they have like a $500,000 pot.
Yeah.
For like their tournament.
Yeah.
So it's got to be competitive. So there needs to be balance. So I think the only speculative value comes from
just the scarcity.
Well, the future potential scarcity of it. See, that's another thing. Like those Magic the Gathering cards, they're physical.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, like 20 years in the future, they got lost. And like in the,
Well, same. You can still lose digital assets.
Yeah, you
can. I mean, people lost Bitcoin, right? There's 3 million that's lost.
It's true. Like if these gods and change, if there's only like 4 of them, I guess they're speculating like in the future maybe there's gonna only be 1 left because like the other 3 guys were stupid.
Yeah,
they lost their fucking keys or something. I don't know. But it's gonna be harder to lose digital items than physical, I think.
I don't know. I mean, digital items you have to keep a key.
But that's kind of like the point. Like it's always on the blockchain, so there's always like ownership of it.
No,
like,
there is, but if you don't have the keys, you don't own it.
That's true,
right? So, I guess it depends how you. Like, if you're a tech guy, you're gonna keep your keys. But if you're like a regular Joe, like you're gonna lose the password or whatever.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's good predictions for 2020. We will be here for the following run up, I guess.
What do you mean?
For the next year.
Oh yeah, we're not going anywhere. Dude, we fucking survived like bear.
Yeah, this is like
we fucking podcasted through a winter phase, dude. You know how tough that is? I bet you we're gonna look back like when things are popping, there's gonna be like so much news.
We have good guests too.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's been a good ride, good 8 months.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're like a big Decentraland listener.
We launched an ADAP MetaZone.
Oh yeah. We're still working on that.
Yeah.
Hopefully things. Yeah, man. 2020 might be a crazy year, actually, now that I think about it.
Man, we got into a competition and got 5th place. Like, just thinking through everything in 2019.
Oh, yeah, let's reflect. Good idea.
Yeah.
We're thinking about the future, but what about the past? Yeah, we started a podcast.
We started at the very bottom of Bitcoin, $3,500 Bitcoin.
That's when we started, right? Yeah, that's right, because we were, like, predicting the bottom and stuff.
Yeah.
Good times, Willis, good times. Holy shit, what else did we do? We had like a fajita party at some point.
Oh, yeah, that shit was good.
Bomb-ass fajitas.
God damn.
What else did we do? Yeah, man, we definitely, you've conquered some white whales, like, a lot.
Yeah, we did.
A lot quicker than anticipated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shout out to McAfee and Toxic Sam and the Metalith guys.
Maddie,
the first interviewer.
Yeah, dude.
Interviewee.
We're not leaving anyone out, are we? Metalith. And soon to be Andreas. And and the syndicator motherfuckers.
The syndicator guys, dude.
Yeah, dude. Syndicator, man. So anyways, now we're just kind of like rambling.
Yeah. All right, guys. All right. That's been the Block Runner. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Block Runner. And if you are listening on podcast, make sure you go to the Apple iTunes and rate us on there because that helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And our next video will be Andreas. I think it'll come out probably the 1st or 2nd. Well, actually, the 2nd of January. Just so that, because I don't think people are going to be watching YouTube,
on New Year's.
On New Year's, so
We're not.
So yeah,
it'll be a good start to 2020.
Yeah, it'll be a very good start.
Hopefully, yeah, man. We're gonna get shit done in 2020.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's gonna be crazy.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.